to move my mic into place. I forgot to adjust it. Good evening, everyone. Sparrow here. I am back playing Final Fantasy XIV. Today I am in patch 5.5, which is in the content between Shadowbringers and Endwalker. So I'm almost through all the patch content. There's quite a bit. There's only this 5.5 and then there's like 5.55. So I'm practically done. I don't think there's a whole lot after this. I think there's this dungeon, which we're about to go into, and then one more trial. So to catch you up on the story, Fandaniel has amassed a host of dragons and is attacking part of Buldal in a place called Pagelthan. He's captured some Amalja, and he's using a creature called Lunar Bahamut that he has somehow enlisted to his aid. But we have another dragon on our side, Tiamat, who we helped escape from Azizla last time. So now we've got all the scions here. We're about to enter the dungeon. Let's see, who should I take with me? I'm gonna take Raha. Let's see.
I stand ever ready.
No,
I
Graha.
stand ever ready.
And yeah, let's do. Actually, let's do
Our fates are not
Urianger
yet
Victory will be ours.
and Y'shtola this time. All right, let's go. I've never done this dungeon before. I like to go into these things at least semi-blind. I have a little bit of knowledge of what to expect here, but I've never done this before. There's Tiamat. Is Justinian going to help us at all, or is he just going to hang out on the dragon? Trash bombs right now.
Together we shall overcome this.
Alright. This music is pretty good. I'm digging it. Ooh. Lots of guys on me. Alright, how are we supposed to get through this? What is this? Oh, I have to attack it. No? Oh, there we go. I was like, wait a minute. Nice.
There!
Whoops. Get out of the way. It's like a baby right here. Oh. These big guys in trouble. Whoops. Little guys you can't even see from the big pie. Nice. Thanks, kobold friend. Ooh, I think this is our first boss. Kind of like a giant coral. Holuk. I think this answers the question of how they summon Bahamut. It does? Huh? I missed something. Alright, let's go.
for the day.
There's a lot of big frontal cones in this dungeon, I remember reading. Ooh.
It's going to leave a mark.
Watch out for all those AoEs, oh my gosh. Whew. Halfway down. This is going pretty well so far. Oop. Did I even hit him with that? I missed it. Almost there. 17%. Nice combo right here at the end. Yeah. Woo-hoo. That's always really satisfying. Quick arm materia. That was pretty easy. Okay, I'm just making sure I was going the right way for a second.
What took you so long?
Estinian. Oh yeah,
Your
here.
mounts are in trouble. Let's split up.
Whoa. See where I was a second there. Too busy watching my rotations. Oh, one more guy. I was like, what? Couldn't even see how many guys are on the screen. Okay. Ooh, team up. Into another one. Yeah. I was like one last little guy just hanging out. Treasure! Ooh.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh wait, that's Tiamat. I was like, big enemy! Nice. Whoa. They really do so much with the environment in these dungeons in this. Whoa, dragons everywhere. Oh my gosh. Big AoEs too, gosh. Yeah. Nice. Oh, here we are at the second boss. What is this? Oh. This starts with a bunch of ads? Interesting. Whoa. I almost got shot with that. Trust party knows what they're doing. Because I don't. I see, yeah. Knocked into not. missiles at least. Aha, now we attack the core.
Just the beginning.
Thank you. See, I'm the one paying attention this time. Amazing. Ooh. Except when I get hit with a missile. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Damn it. Oh, that was my fault. Gosh, those things hit hard. I was on a roll. It would be nice if our dragon and dragoon combo could help us out with this boss. I like the tower in the background. Very cool. I think we're almost there now. Just gotta watch those guns. I really need to pay attention where everyone's running. So we got it down to about half, I think. Did I not get knocked back by that? Man, there's just like shit going on all over the place in this dungeon. Get it. Get it. Darn it, I was hoping I could get off one more combo. Oh well. Who's on this guy? Jesus. Please don't hold back. Please don't.
Just the beginning.
Let us in!
I will not hold back!
Locked and loaded, I can get out 2 combos. Yes. Let's get it. Let's got it. Oh, damn it. Oh wait, we did it! Right as we got blown off the second time. Woo! That was a lot of trash. Whew. Whoa, look at this scene.
There.
It's such a polite little there when he sees. Messed up my combo, damn it. There's like one little guy left. Somehow he keeps standing even after the dragons are gone. Oh, not heals. Ooh, Tiamat. Oh, are these our friends? These good ones? Dragons? Oh, what are we doing? Oh, yeah. Whoa, cool. We're flying. Sweet. Whoa. Reminds me of Panzer Dragoon. Did you ever play that game? Sweet. Get up. See a giant turtle over there. Cutscene time. Are we on to the last boss? Telotherium Lunar Bahamut. Got a dragon on dragon. Well, she's way bigger than he is. Nice. Oh gosh. Its wings almost kind of look like moss. Or like coral. Aha. Alright. Let's see, I forgot. I might need to eat some food. Stacking. In the center. It's like, where is the safe zone? Is there a safe zone? Giga flare.
I shall protect them.
The trust is saving my ass this time. I think we're going to the outside this time. No, center. Oh, no, outside. Ooh. Wait, not be standing where the tank is. Of course, he moves towards me. The boss is definitely not the time to hold back.
To protect you.
Alright, under 20%. Alright guys, I'm stacked here. Hello, come on. Jeez. Alright. Almost got her. Or him. It. Move up, where'd everyone go? That wasn't that bad at all. Lots of stuff going on, but the second one was definitely the most chaotic compared to defeating this boss. Ooh, and it just explodes into fairy dust. Yeah. Wait, where's Alpha now? Hanging out with the Stimulant? Hmm. Do I get anything for mages? No. Oh well. Can you talk to them after the battle? Our allies have steered well clear of the tower. Oh, gone way too quickly. I can't see what they say. Boy, Tiamat's wounds are not too severe. Is that the last we've seen of Bahamut? But Aphana was here. He's just not saying anything. There's the tower in the background. So is the tower somehow how they summoned Bahamut? Or a kind of Bahamut? Mm. Children of man, the shade of my beloved is no more, and I shall be forever in your debt. By your deeds we are set free, and free we shall remain, as long as I draw breath. Never again shall the dragons of Mericidia hearken to the lies of the Ashens. This I vow. Oh, she even nodded back at us.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well.
Who's this Animalja? Yeah. Oh, he's badass.
Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
You would make peace with Ul'dah, then? We would be proud to call you our allies, and let us put the past behind us. Definitely this middle one, right? We'd be proud to call you our allies.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause. Till...
Oops, I cut him off. Sorry, guy.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
Lens flare.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Oh, but what happened to Arnvald and Fordola? Are they still at the tower? Sometime earlier, inside the Paglothan Tower. Uh-oh. Oh. It's like... absorbs the Amalja. Amalja? Ew. Sound effects of them walking is gross.
What in Ralga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Gross.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Ew. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Get back!
Oh.
No. What have I done?
Set off the alarm?
It's too late for them. We're leaving, now.
Oh. What on earth? It's like powering up. Oh. Ew. What on earth? Is it like the mother brain? What the heck? Oh. Whoa. Oh, it's like lunar ifrit.
No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together.
Oh no. Oh no. That doesn't seem good. I knew that guy was gonna get it. He's gonna bite it. Hello, ladies. We have someone dressed very fantasy-like, and someone dressed for a luau. Well, it would be too much to hope that we've seen the last of Fandaniel. We have dealt his schemes a telling blow this day, and that alone is cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will, when we have received word from Arenvald's safe return. Who cares about Fordola? Ooh. Direct it. Yep. That was a cool dungeon. I only had a little bit of trouble with that middle boss, but not too bad. Alfredo is minded to share his account of the events that unfolded in Pagothan with the Sultana. Good idea. Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss the day's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave scions! Would that I could treat you to a hero's welcome, but I bear urgent news from the... Oh my gosh. Fronistery? Fronistery? What on earth is that? Your Grace, whatever is the matter? As our troops withdrew from Pagothan, they came upon 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. I have yet to hear a full account, but it seems that one of them, your friend I believe, has been wounded and is being dragged away by the other. Oh. Yep. Oh no. I must go. Forgive me, Your Grace. Can you tell us aught of Arenvald's condition, Your Grace, the wounded scout? Not save that it is grave. The surgeons tend to him even as we speak. The infirmary must be inundated with the wounded. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Sparrow, Estinian, would you mind going after Alphino? He may need some support, and from someone other than me. She's not the best in delicate situations, honestly. But she knows herself. But neither is Estinian, honestly. Very well. Thank you. The rest of us will see that the relevant people know what took place in Pagothan. Come on, then. I knew it. I called it, y'all. Let's see. Where is that? Okay. The Alchemist Guild. I want to get out of here. Pardon me. Are we going? The Alchemist Guild, that's right. Whoop. Here we are. Oh, Fortola's okay. Another one come to see that lad in the silver armor. Master Damliat is attending to him as we speak. If you would be so kind as to wait. What did Master Damliat say? Tell me his exact words. Let the surgeons do their work. But, oh, you're right. Forgive me. When we said our farewells to Arenvald, I was afraid that something like this might happen. Me too. But now that it has, all we can do is wait.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
I mean, what else would she be doing? She brought him in, right? She's also worried about him, even if she's going to be tsundere about it. Well?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
No.
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
That's all. Not a very chatty surgeon. Surgeon? I think it's just pronounced surgeon.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Uh-oh. She get slapped? Oh, pushed.
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
She's being awfully harsh. She's not wrong, but you gotta care, you know? Or else what's it
It may
worth?
be
Yeah.
that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
Yeah.
All life is precious! You need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
I mean, she's one to talk about getting people killed. She basically killed her own soldiers. What's he lurking around for?
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like
you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
It's very romantic of you, Estinian.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you lot'll be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Like tears in the rain.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Poor Alphino. Sad music. I know. There's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Her Grace invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. The Fragrant Chamber just sounds like something you would call the restroom. Your comrades... Sorry, this is a dumb joke. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the three of you be joining them? We will. Gotta nod. We have to nod at each other. So much nodding. I'm gonna comment on it every time, too. Apparently.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide.
Chirurgeons?
You have my word.
I thought it was just surgeons. Chirurgeons.
Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Oh, we don't get Pippin's voice acting in this episode.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
Why lunar? I mean, I guess Endwalker is all moony moon stuff, right?
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
It's like they're forcibly, like, using their energy and kind of tempering them at the same time. Kind of?
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive.
See?
They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
It's like brainwashing them.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
They're just summoning all the primals all over again. Great. Good. Great.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
You need only tell me where they are, Your Grace. The Grand Companies, Your Grace. Is that wise? Let's go with the first one.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
It's all coming together.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Come on, dude. What now? Alistair? She's probably worried about Alphino. Right then. Unless anyone has any objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. That includes you, Alphino. Arnvald is in good hands here. Of course, he would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire then, and we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If all are in agreement, then I shall let Kral know to expect us. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging with the time available. Ooh, that sounds good. It would be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Our boy. Yes, I'll try asking him. And thank you, I shall look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return, and Krile in particular has a few matters she is keen to discuss. One of which concerns you, Estinian, believe it or not. You will join us, won't you? Fine. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding that Baldessian woman. Look. If I refused, she would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? So grumpy. Back to the Rising Stones. Oh, very brightly colored. Whoa. Shot right in there.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
But, yeah, because Van Daniel basically said they're trying to bring about the final days again. Just like the apocalypse.
"'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay.
Something to do with Estinian? Or me?
After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
Oh, It has been a while. Near the end of the Dragonsong War, that day in the Crystarium. I don't remember. Did she talk to me in the Crystarium? right? Or was that...
When Elidibus sought to make warriors of light. That was the voice which calls constantly to all who might hear it. I spoke of direct communication, when Hydaelyn communed solely with you. A far rarer occurrence.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Yeah.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reem. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
I mean, she's... influenced by Hydaelyn somehow, though, right?
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
Okay.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular.
You going to Sharlayan? Poor Alphino, he looks so depressed.
Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number.
Are they recruiting him officially?
And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
Oh, puppy dog eyes.
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go.
Windows virus protection interrupting this tender moment.
If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Nice.
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
A smile.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Charlian, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
So we're
I shall
not
do my very
going
best.
quite yet. But I imagine we'll go there
Farewell.
soon. Oh, for once we didn't nod at each other. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace, do you think Xenos is still, like, snoozing on his throne? Oh, no, he's looking at different weapons. Oh, this is where he turns into a Reaper, right? He's done with katanas.
Well, does this one meet with your approval?
Nice.
Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
You know what? What, the ultimate weapon?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A
He's so
mighty
tiny compared to
empire,
him.
now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction.
He, like, comes up to his
What
belly
a
button.
pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
It's so safe. Right? Oh, we don't get to see it. Darn. Tataru. Well, it looks like I'm going to have a busy few moons. Not that they ever seem to be anything but. Thancred's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. But when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well, then you lot, more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with a primal in the near future. But for every fiend that you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish, and the list goes on. Which is where I come in, and gladly, mind you. It's the least I can do to support the scions who risk life and limb, like poor R involved. I wish there was something we could do for him, but we'll just have to settle for saying the odd prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. thoughts and prayers. It wouldn't do to have them come back to complete shambles now, would it? That's enough of my rambling. Off you go to get some rest. If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know. Not for naught. LSA can tell you are itching to take the fight to the Telephoroi. Ah, Sparrow, you're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest. If you came hoping for tidings from Kryl, I'm afraid we're still waiting, but we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar Primal's been popping up all over the place, but Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hoary Boulders and the other. It's Hoary Boulder and the others. Meanwhile, the talks with the beast tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Uldal's progress with the Amalja, Gridania has opened negotiations with the Ixal, believe it or not. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Telephoroi still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. Who's that? Oh. Begging your pardon, I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. Ah, but we were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask, what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of the recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Telephoroi in concert with our new allies. The beast tribes have also been invited. It is hoped that they will join us in the fight against our common foe. And so the Alliance would bring all of the beast tribes into the fold in a single stroke, an ambitious plan given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one considering the threat that we face. Indeed, my lady. And for the part, I am told the beast tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, then all of Eorzea will be represented. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we will be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. Then I will bear your answer with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. I do like their little griffin helmets. Or hoods, I guess. Griffin hoods. Well now, if you accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and your Stola lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summoning, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavor, don't you, Sparrow? All present may rightly claim a seat, I do quite agree, but by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. I don't want to do shit. Imric might be there and I'd rather not be interrogated. Very well then. While those with a mind to hold down the fort get on with holding it, I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo, shall we? We shall. We didn't need that many elves with us anyway. Alphino's teary eyes. Is Arnvald finally gonna kick it? Oh no. me. Getting sleepy. Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant to summon my cat. We have been expecting you. While some few guests have yet to arrive, the Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? You shall. Don't have any chairs big enough for the Beast Tribe people. Oh, even Hien is here. Oh, fairy. What are those sylphs? Sahagin, Ixal. All the different beast tribes. Wow. I forget what the bug guys are called.
Esteemed guests,
or Nath?
you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! Beyond forgiveness, these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be!
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
Thanks, Merleweb.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwib truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Thanks, Landa.
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
I mean, we're all united, though, against this front.
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
The three cat people are seated next to each other. Oh. The Sultana's face. Thank you.
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus.
Passion?
A little pretty without gills, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
They've really got some voice actors going extra hard with these Beast Tribe folks.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
Make does. Turns kin into puppets, pits brother against brother. Free them from his grasp, we shall.
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise be!
Yeah, and the bird guys. Vanu? Vanu? I think that's what they're called.
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern.
Over every other concern? Considering they're trying to bring about the end of the world?
But experience
I
has
get what
taught
he
us
means.
that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Logical.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
I mean, it seems like they're drawing ether directly from the captured creatures, right?
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea.
Ooh,
What say you, my friend?
What will I name it? Moi? The Grand Company of Eorzea. I would call it One Moment, Please. Sure. I mean, I guess that's the only choice we're given. The Grand Company of Eorzea.
But that's the name I...
Oh, is that what you came up with? I don't remember.
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Oh no, I didn't mean to step on Alfondo's toes. I stole his thunder.
In that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
Oh, that's what he's getting teary about. What a softie.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Poor kid. Well, now that we're out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I set foot upon these shores, and that I was heartened as anyone to see the people of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think about was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I still struggle to accept. But at least now that there is hope, the formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Who is... Oh, it's, what's her name? Elder Ceasier. How might we be of service? Kanisina, that's her name. Forgot. I seek Master Alphinaud's assistance in the matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of the primals, and so you'll be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ash Crown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many of the communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we may make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain a certain practical difference between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their tasks effectively, they will require a council of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the self-same goal in mind, no less. The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphinaud. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet have made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception, one intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught. Built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. And I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhaps I ask too much of you. Not at all. You may count upon my assistance, from what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alphinaud, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telophoroi and flourish. Until we meet next, my friends. Before committing to anything in writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand. Might you join me in seeking them out? I can't think of an excuse not to, so yes? As if you have to ask. Thank you. As someone who witnessed the Order's rise and fall, yours would be a reassuring presence. I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it'll be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. Then mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. We should be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. Bye. Alright. Let's see. So, what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that the report I proposed is largely written. Oh, he's already done it. Not long after the fateful day in Ul'dah, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, the events that led to its inception, of the failings that brought about its demise. This I did as primarily a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to be the crucial question, namely, why, after the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some of the members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new grand company together, and that this knowledge might help us prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That is my hope, yes, but the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandon the cause would welcome my inquiries. Then Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith. A fine suggestion. Have care, however. Some of my former comrades are of questionable character. So keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. If you have no objections, I have a mind to begin by speaking with Riol and Alian. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let us seek them out there. Alright. Oh yeah, this guy. It's like, I thought I remembered what he looked like. Kind of slicked back, blonde hair. Well, look who it is, and what brings you two here. Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it? In a manner of speaking, I've been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of the former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, that. As Riol will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we are powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back of those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited in the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything that you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repair it? Nothing, that's what. And as for me own tale, well, I've always felt that the Scions have something in common with me old crew. I guess he's a pirate. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by it to this day. But as time goes on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Hoary Boulder to Mr. Shitaru, we've all got something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that, things worth protecting, which is what being a Scion's all about. I'm at a loss for your words. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Sparrow. Could you give us your thoughts on the Crystal Braves? Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? Well, it's founding ideals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another one who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite a disparate band, and while I will never forgive Ilbert, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large in part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it all for the wrong reasons, eh? Only take one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. She sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Alphino is keen to hear what Alice and Graha have learned about the Braves who turned their back on the cause. Well, I think we've taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I am conscious that the less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. The Lancers Guild. Bedtime for me. Lancers Guild. I wanted to finish up this quest line and then might need to call it a night. Thanks to Tataru's ever-dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of the former Braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Alphino, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I will set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to the Little Solace and seek out the Elder FFXIV. I will join you anon. Leave me to attend to my report and join the others in Little Solace. I shan't keep you waiting too long. I know how playful the sylphs can be. Hawthorne Hut. So cute. Just like a little grandma. Oh, Ah, welcome, Brave One, and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see Walking Ones again so soon after the meeting. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? I don't remember that. Is there a dance? No, be at ease. It is true that these ones once delighted in making Walking Ones dance, but no more. Honored one Kanesena said that Walking Ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial ones also invaded the Sylphlands and reducted many of these ones. So these lots of ones. So these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. That is heartening to hear, Elder. I will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telephoroi. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice Walking Ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one, and in quite a hurry, it seems. Uh-oh, did something happen? Alice, you must come quickly. Whatever's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting. What? No! A Twin Adder officer accosted me as I was about to set out. Accosted him? Charlian has sent an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania in any moment. An envoy? Could it be that Kryl has managed to sway the Forum? We shall know soon enough, but there is more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Cecere. Really? I can see why they might want Scions to be present, but us specifically? Wait, it isn't who I think it is. Or was it one of their parents? It is. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told that it was one Fortunal. Is that how you pronounce his name? Fortunal Levier. Dad? Your father? Well now, the fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be a surprise enough, but him? Quite. I glean from this that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him and not one of the many other 98 Forum members? Unless he volunteered for it. It has been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he's always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, and whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother who replies. Nevertheless, I would welcome the opportunity to meet him after so long, even if it is secondary to the true purpose here. Elder Frixio, loath I am to cut our visit short, we must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies along with my report. Never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one won't keep Walking Ones from more urgent matters. Go. The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Cecere awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Dad. I'll say in Alphino's dad. I wonder what he's like. Sounds like maybe kind of stern. So we're going to the Conjurers Guild. Gridania. My cat came in the room. Welcome, Warrior of Light. The Elder Cecere and your friends are waiting within. thought this area was very pretty. The lotus stand. I don't see Dad. Is he not here yet? My friends, thank you for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortunalt visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Crowd's permission to request Charlian aid, we did not anticipate so prompt a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply might be, we shall soon discover. I'm kind of worried. Is this him? Yep.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience.
It's a nice voice actor.
I am Fortunalt Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortunalt, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisoix, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
That's what I thought.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Charlian stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request.
I think we already know what the answer is.
Charlian will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
Can't say I'm surprised.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole.
Jeez.
This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Charlian will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Are you so sure about that, dude?
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
I mean, I understand pacifism, but pacifism isn't about being passive, necessarily. Better to fight and fail than wait for the axe to fall. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. Ooh. It is in your power to save us, refuse and you condemn us all. I like the second one. I feel like that came up earlier in the story. Oh.
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better.
Hey dude, I'm right here.
By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alize, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What? Jeez, harsh.
What? Father.
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern.
Jesus.
If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Dad's a douche, kids.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Man, it's like...
Father, wait!
Don't bother, Alize!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
My. Drama. Family drama. Aw, poor kids. I'm sorry your dad's such a dick. So that's what he came here to say? We're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telepharoi? And as for the rest, like it or not, it was the Forum's decision to watch from afar while Eorzea... Oh my gosh, can't talk this evening. To watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and he handed down their judgment. I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him, and I still can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fortuno who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. Their decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telephoroi without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel as they are wont to do? Sorry, phone's ringing. Sparrow, has Master Fortuno arrived yet? Yeah, and he's already gone. Then, as I feared, my efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many Forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I would rather say that they ignored every word I said on the subject, without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be that they are hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fortuno's performance. When he said that they would know if the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride, but what if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me that they are not as unconcerned about the Telephoroi as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my own other mission, researching Heidelin in the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the fields, but it appears that the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Jeez. Obstructed at every turn. So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. And to that end, I would like you all to join me here, when the time is right, of course. I'm aware that the matters in Eorzea stand on a knife's edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. Well, there are one or two other things to take care of here first. After which assisting me will seem a sweet relief, I'm sure. And while you attend to matters heroical, matters heroical, I like that, I shall see about securing entry for you all, and I will let you know when everything is in order. Take care in the meantime, won't you? Your speculations give me cause to hope. Yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is possible that the Sharlayans hide some secret truth from us, there can be no certainty as to its exposure will prompt them to change of heart. And so, for the present, we must need confront the plight by which we find ourselves. The Forum has refused our request for aid and falls to us alone to contend with the Telephoroi. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there's no guarantee that we will prevail. What does Sharlayan intend to do if we fail? Zephyr. I don't know. But anyway, it is time for bedtime for me tonight. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed listening in on this story. I'll be back. If not over the weekend, I will be back on Tuesday next week. I hope everyone has a great evening and a great weekend if I don't end up streaming anything on Saturday and Sunday. See you next time.